Yo, revenue review, let's go, let's do this. We're gonna do it real quick because I got things to do. It's not gonna wanna organize my mail, that's fine. I see right off the bat these huge ogre caches. Listen, garrisons don't make money. Don't build them. Don't build them. I will continue to build them because I like the money that they make, but anyways, huge ogre cache selling at 19,000. I sold 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them at this price. Let's look. Yeah, 5 of them at 19,000 a piece. That's 100K profit from 1 week of mission tables, just from one single item. That feels real good. Yeah, if you didn't pick up on my cynicism or my sarcasm, the garrisons make a ton of money still. Medallions also sold. Look, there's another 10K. What else is selling out of there? Frozen arms. I've been saving the frozen arms. The Colfist Gronlings. Look at that. Look at that. I sell these for whatever price they are on the auction house. Sometimes I sell them for like 200 gold. I sold one now for 14,000 gold. Garrisons don't make money. This was free and I sold it for 14,000 gold, but to some people it's not enough. So we got 10,000 in medallions. We got another 15, 20,000 in Colfist Gronlings. We got 100,000 in ogre caches. This is just the mission tables. This doesn't include the garrison resources. This doesn't include the daily 1 clicks. This doesn't include the cards of omens. You know, it's up to you if you want to do garrisons. Me, I will continue garrisons. I love them. They're consistent gold all day long. Let's take a look at some of these other hot sellers. Well, the Sands sold for 64,000. That was a good sell. Costs about 30,000 for these to craft. Hey, I just did the math. We saw it together live on stream. It is what it is. About 30,000 to craft now because of the global market. So doubling my profit on that with a huge amount with 30K feels pretty good. Sold a rocket. Yeah, those cost about 65,000 to craft, so that's another 10,000 profit. We got the spinners. I'm riding spinners. Another 10K profit there. What else we got in here? What else we got in here? Yeah, not a whole lot, but big coin amounts, and I like that. See this right here? Somebody bought both of the rockets together. See that? Those are the mount collectors. If you don't have mounts up on the auction house, you will never get those sales. They will get those sales to me because I always keep mounts on the auction house because I want the collectors to buy from me. So I highly recommend doing mount sales. It's good gold. So I've adjusted my mission. My gameplay mission is to not hold a bunch of gold on hand and just turn it into BattleNet tokens because token prices are so low right now. 140K gold per token? Give me that BattleNet balance. I'll stack up the BattleNet balance, and that's my plan. So I'm sitting at 461. We're gonna collect this first group. It's not bad. You know, we got the big numbers in here. Keep in mind, it's not all profit, right? This is gross revenue of 380,000, but yeah, I'd say, you know, at least 100K of that is profit. Well, I know 100K of that is profit because I sold 100K in ogre caches. So it's probably more like 250K profit. Amazing. Let's go. Collect it. We're moving on. We're moving on to the next bank. We got 4 banks now. Let's go. This guy. Look at all these sales. All these little itty bitty sales. This guy used to be enchanting. I abandoned enchanting. I spent 100,000 gold on enchanting to get it up. And now he just disenchants things. Was it worth it? No. Does he make sales? No. Not on enchanting. He sells all this other garbage and disenchants things. So, look, sold 1 world shrinker, couple swap blasters. These are really profitable, right? So it's like 800, 900 gold profit on those, something like that. It's good, solid. As are we bolts. This guy sold all my bolts last week, so I'm gonna do some bolts again this week. I got more characters bolted up. I got more characters collecting daily cooldowns on that, so we're gonna craft those bolts and we're gonna sell them again. Made a bunch of profit on that. Multi-procking, inspiration procced. If you get inspiration up to rank 3 as a weave bolt, it's very good. It doubles the price of the bolt, which is big profits, right? If you multi-craft on the bolt, guess what? That doubles, triples, quadruples the price of the bolt. So I like that multi-craft, you know what I'm saying? We got some other little fails in here. It's no big deal. 38k. Let's take it and move on to the next. Boom, boom, boom. What? We got 92k sitting over here? Pretty sweet. So this is the character that I built to craft all of the profession items. That's right. I'm selling profession items. 346 level profession items, and I'm crafting specifically the ones that matter. The multi-craft, the inspiration, the resourcefulness. I'm crafting those. I'm posting them on the auction house when they're high. When they're not high, you see what happens to them? They sit in my inventory. This is the name of the game, this expansion. You're gonna have the prices fluctuate every single day. So some prices are really high and they sell for 4,000, and then the next day they'll sell for 2 and for 1 and for 8 and for cost. And then all of a sudden the prices will reset and the profit margins will be back up to like 100, 200, 300, sometimes like 1,000% profit. So as long as you have the inventory on hand and you set up your TSM strings to post the inventory correctly, it's real easy. So all of this is profession items. So the profit margin on these profession items is I would say average of 100, 150%. Like these pickaxes, for example, cost 100, 200 gold to craft. Yeah, and they sell for anywhere from 700 to 1,700. See what I mean? So the prices fluctuate so fast. Okay. So we got to talk about that because I made a mistake a long time ago and I only unfixed it this week. Post times. You need to make sure your post times are at 12 hours. And why that is that your operations are posting things at 12 hours. Because 1, it costs the cheapest to post them at that time frame, and 2, the market moves so fast that you don't want to slow it down by posting a lot of items with like 48 hours to expire. Because all you do is you create a base floor for that item. And when you create that base floor, then it's much harder for that market to reset. You want these markets to reset so that somebody posted a crazy price. And then you post it in your normal 700% profit margin price. And you profit. So make sure all your posting strings are put at 12 hours. And then just check it in the morning and check it in the evening. And if you can't check it in the morning and the evening, check it in the evening. If you can't do that, check it the next day. Check it as much as you want. But make sure you post it at auction duration 12. What this does is it makes it much cheaper to post. So if you're actively canceling, you'll be much less out of pocket as well. So look at that. We're making sales. Talking about sales, we're making sales. That's what I'm talking about. So if we look through this list, he is very concerned. If we look through this list, it's all profession tools and accessories. So I set up a TSM string to craft all of these things and send them over to this character, and then this character posts them. Easy as that. 92,000, at least 50,000 profit in there. Ow, you bit me for no reason. It was a nice bite though. It was a friendly bite. It was like a I missed you bite. So I'm collecting the mail. 92k, let's go. Next character, one more. Let's talk a little bit about that actually. The profession tools. So I put the ones in here that matter. The tool piece has a random stat on it. You can get inspiration, resourcefulness, or multi-craft, or crafting speed. Well, guess who buys crafting speed? Nobody. So you don't want to build crafting speed items. If they're expensive items and you got a lot of materials going into them, buy the missive and put the missive in there so that you only craft multi-craft, resourcefulness, and a little bit of inspiration. But you don't need to craft those crafting speeds. Every time you craft one of those, it's like a loss. There's no need to craft them. I don't even have them in my restocking group here, so that anytime I end up with those things that are crafting speed, I send them off to my disenchanter. My 100,000 gold enchanting professional to DE. Because nobody buys that junk. Crafting speed's not useful. So when you're looking at your professions, another thing to note is that the tool is the piece that has that random stat. You make sure you use the right one. Multi-craft is really good. Resourcefulness is good if you're crafting like reagents. A lot of reagents, it's really good. But almost always multi-craft is the best because you're crafting an item because you want that specific item. So the more you get of that specific item, the more beneficial it is. Resourcefulness keeps reagents and things from the past tier. Cool. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I would rather have more of the item that I'm trying to make. So multi-crafting is really the best tool to use. This character is, I don't know. I think I put resourcefulness because I just don't give a shoot on this guy. Oh no, I remember why. Because I use you can't multi-craft a piece of gear, right? So all the blacksmithing gear, you can't proc 2 of them. So I use resourcefulness to keep some of the materials that I'm crafting into that gear. But almost always multi-procking is the primo. Good to go. Yeah. Let's go to the last character. All right, last mailbox. What does this guy do? What does this guy do? See all that? Rings, necks, cloaks. These 3 items are the items that every character can use. So I craft these up again. I use the missives to only craft the item that I want. Look at that trash can back there. Completely distracted me. Get out of my way. I use the missives to craft only the rings. Excuse me. Let me rewind. You can use missives on the stats that you want because often like haste versatility is a tanked item. Nobody will buy that. You're gonna end up with a bunch of haste versatility in your inventory. Versatility period. A lot of people don't buy it. So a lot of these items that you'll see in my inventory that are leftovers that just never sell are typically versatility. So you could use missives on these. I just don't have time to manage it. I have too many things going on. I just craft like 12 of these each and just write off that, you know, the versatility percentage, whether I don't even know what it is, probably like 20%. But I do have some missives. So if it's an expensive item, use the missives. If you don't want to get lost, use the missives. Not that big a deal. Look, how much are these? 33 gold. They're cheap. Cheap. So, I craft up a boatload of rings, I craft out a boatload of necklaces, and I send them all to this guy, and I craft up a boatload of cloaks, and this guy sells them all. So we got 58k in those, and probably a profit margin of average of like 80%. These rings, for example, selling over 1,000. I think they cost like 200 gold to make, something like that. Anyways, let's collect it. We're all done with this revenue review. In review of the revenue review, my message of the day, if that's cool. That's cool. I like that. My message of the day is to make sure you're posting at 12 hours. Stop posting at 24. Stop posting at 48 because you're creating a floor for the market so that the market will never bounce back up into ridiculous profit. And you're also spending more gold to post your auctions than you really need to. Change all your posting strings to 12 hours a day. Call it a day. All right, let's see what we got. What was our total gold? What? 1 million? So we came out with about 525, 530K. Not bad. Not bad. Not the best. Not bad though. Yeah. I'll be giving away the token worth of gold in a moment here. And the rest of this is going to go into tokens for the Battle.net balance as well. So I got a little bit of profession works to do, but I'm going to try to keep my total gold amount down under 600K. I don't want to sit on a bunch of gold when the token prices are so low. So right now I'm investing in Battle.net balance to use for either other boosts on other characters, like I boosted up 3 characters this week, or maybe I used it on Diablo 4. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, that's it. Revenue review. Let's get out of here. This is all done. This is done. Play some games.